Phnom Penh, Cambodia, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Dubai, UAE, Milan, Italy, New York, New York, Nashville, Tennessee, and now Orlando, Florida. 7 cities in the last 48 hours. I've flown halfway around the world for a work event. I've been working for a new streaming platform, and tonight is our launch party here in Orlando. Tomorrow morning, I get back on a plane to go see my brother in Seattle with a connection in Phoenix, a long layover in Phoenix. About 4 days after that, I will fly back to Cambodia with a connection in Seoul, Korea. In a matter of 10 days, I'm going in a westward direction all the way around planet Earth. It seems a little insane, I'm sure. It definitely felt insane this last couple of days. So you might be asking, well, why the hell would you fly halfway around the world just for like a 5-hour party? And then the next question is like, well, if you're in the States, like, why keep the trip so short? So to answer the first question, well, first of all, this channel has become less about the video content that I'm creating, and I'm sure I'll get to some of that in the future, some of the documentary content. But it's been less about that and more about the conversation you guys and I have been having about figuring out how to have, let's say, like a well-adjusted remote work life, how to take a US-based income and go live in a country like I'm doing, Southeast Asia or South America, so that you can actually enjoy life, so that you feel some kind of hope that you can, set yourself up for retirement, that the financial bloodletting of life in the United States will somehow stop for you, as it has for me. And we've been discussing, some of the difficulties and the stress of pulling off the remote work and the hours and whatnot. And so, I've figured it out. And in some of the previous videos, I've spoken about how it gets a little difficult working the strange hours from Southeast Asia. Cam, one of the viewers, Cam, he suggests that when he has a US-based remote work job, he'll go to South America, which I did last year, so that I could basically be in the same time zone as my work. But I got kind of sour on South America. I really love Southeast Asia, and I'll do whatever I have to do for the next few years to keep my US-based income and my Southeast Asian lifestyle. I also happen to really enjoy this new work that I have, creating content for this new streaming platform. And my boss, the guy that's financing this whole thing, knows that I've been an integral part of creating the content and wanted me here for this party. And I want to be here because I want this work to continue. He's happy with me living halfway around the world as long as I'm getting the work done. He understands that, even with like a full-time, full-on, fully paid television job here in the United States, my lifestyle is going to suffer. So if he wants me to fly halfway around the world for a 5-hour party, I'm more than happy to do it. And the second question is, well, why keep the trip in the United States so short? So I can stop this financial bloodletting that's been happening since I entered the airport system 48 hours ago, and everything became 10 times more expensive. And so once I'm done with the work event tonight and spent some time with my brother, I can't wait to get the F out of the United States so it can stop costing me so much money. It's basically like the food. I mean, well, in the Ubers, an Uber ride from JFK to my hotel is $85. The one to my hotel here from the Orlando airport was about $40. Yeah, I just want this to stop as soon as possible. That being said, I do have a good sort of picture photo montage to show you of my layover in Nashville yesterday. I did have a pretty good experience in Nashville. I put my GoPro into my check bag so that I can put my suit that I need for tonight's party into my carry-on so that my suit didn't get, my luggage didn't get lost with my suit in it. And so I meant to shoot a YouTube video yesterday in Nashville. So I had a 7-hour layover, so I finally got to exit the airport and transportation nightmare that I've been in and actually, go and see a city. And what I did was I got on a bus from the airport that takes you to downtown Nashville. And on the bus, there was this local dude, Joey, who has been in Tennessee, in Nashville, for 3 generations. And he was headed home, and he's like, well, I'll show you, when we get off the bus, I'll show you exactly where to go, for a beer, where to experience Nashville, quintessential Nashville, downtown Nashville, with the hour that I had on my hands. And so we get off the bus, and then he starts showing me other things downtown. He's like, let me take you to the state capitol, and I promise this story will come back around, and it will be sort of a lesson about cost and price in the U.S. But this was kind of a fun adventure. So instead of editing the photos into the videos, I'm just too lazy to do that. I'll show you my slideshow here. So this is me standing in front of the Andrew Jackson Memorial, the state capitol in Nashville, Tennessee. That's the statue. This is a war memorial, I believe. Yeah, Korean War Memorial. And so this dude's giving me this awesome nickel tour. You couldn't pay. He's so enthusiastic. He had so much civic pride and so much pride about Tennessee and about Nashville and its history and the South. He showed me this memorial plaque here, and it has poetic words about the South. Here he is. There's Joey. He's covering his T-shirt there because he had a Kentucky shirt on. He was a bit embarrassed to be proudly showing me Nashville, Tennessee with a Kentucky shirt on. There's the Kentucky shirt. Sorry, Joey, if you're watching, but that was funny. Here's downtown Nashville. Really cool place. You see the old historic buildings, and then there's all this Death Star new development behind it. It's a pretty interesting community. Monday morning, it's populated with people. A good cross section of the U.S. population in Nashville. A lot of people from LA and New York are moving there for the music industry. But basically what you see downtown is a lot of the Hawk Tuah girl types, blonde girls in cowboy boots. There's this cool pedestrian bridge he suggested I go to, so I get a photo of myself with the city behind me, and the Johnny Cash Museum. Really, really, really cool hour that I spent in downtown Nashville. And what's next? Oh, then this is things are mirrored because I use selfie mode. This is Printer's Alley. This is where he suggested I go with the short time that I had on my hands in Nashville. And ironically, I thought I was going to have Tennessee barbecue or something like that. He says, no, there's a cool British pub and they have a deal. This is where the price comes in. Oh, I didn't notice that. There's a homeless guy there. Anyway, he says for $7.50, you can get this soup and salad deal there. So I got a beef stew and a salad for $7.50. And I couldn't believe it. I was beside myself after all the $20 chicken salads I bought at the airports in the previous couple days. I couldn't believe that in the U.S. for $7.50 at a gastropub bar, you could still get, this nice beef stew and salad with the caramelized pecans. But here's the kicker. You see that double Angel's Envy Neat that I ordered? I just blindly ordered it, figuring that everything in the bar was going to be a deal. And as you see, I did enjoy the Angel's Envy. What I didn't enjoy, though, was the cost. It was $28 for that double Angel's Envy Neat, and with the tax and the tip and everything, it was like, $45 for lunch. Now, with $45, I'm like reeling as I left that bar. I'm just thinking, with $45, if I had to stretch that, if I had to, I could eat easily for 2 weeks in Southeast Asia. What did that take me? 20 minutes? So 20 minutes to 2 weeks. I mean, that's, someone do the math there, but that's way more than 10x, was like 100x more expensive than my typical rollout in Southeast Asia. And that's been happening, these moments have been happening to me since I've been in the States. I'm here at this Element Hotel. Thankfully, I have a kitchen. These Elements are pretty great. And this, I'm here on my brother has this Marriott employee deal, so it's not costing me, it's costing my employer. But I got the employee rate for $68, and I was stoked to have a kitchen so that I can cook. So, food would be a little cheaper. And I went to the store and I got my eggs and chicken breasts, and basically just to make myself chicken salads. That's my standard procedure. I'll get like a balsamic vinaigrette, eggs to boil, chicken breasts to steam, and then salad stuff. But even that was $40 for the chicken and the eggs and that's really why I want to keep this trip so short, to just stop all that. Like, I just want this to end immediately, and I want to be comfortably back in Cambodia. Anywhere in Southeast Asia would be preferable, because I know I can go to a market and if I spent $40 in Southeast Asia, even in like a grocery store, I could fill that entire refrigerator so much that all the food would go bad. So anyway, yeah, that's been my experience here. Talking to Uber drivers and talking to people at airports, I just feel like people here in the States are starting to feel like indentured servants to a government that they're losing respect for rapidly. And people are having trouble keeping up with inflation. The Uber driver last night, he lives not too far from here. He says his landlord just increased his rent from $2,100 a month to $2,300 a month. And I thought, first of all, I'm thinking, you'd have to pay me $2,300 a month just to live in Orlando, Florida. It's not that, if you have a family or something, I'm sure it's great, but you'd have to pay me $2,300 a month to live here. And this guy's paying $2,300 a month to live here, and driving Uber to pay the rent. I mean, what a nightmare of a life. And he said his cousin went to Thailand, and he said he couldn't wait to get out of here and get out of this nightmare of a financial situation and move to Thailand. His cousin said, "Oh, go to Thailand, you'll find a nice lady and you'll find a nice life and things will be better." And trust me, fellas, they will be. So with that, I'm going to get to a couple of comments and then I'll wrap this up. Let's see. You guys have commented on the video I put up yesterday about, is remote work worth it? Breakdowns for Leaf. He says, firstly, this is solid, valuable info. The U.S. is becoming ridiculously expensive for no reason. Rent keeps going up. My pay doesn't keep going up. And so he's working and saving to bail out to Thailand, after he's got a sum of money, which is exactly what the Uber driver said to me last night. Gene Retire. I know Gene's been over to Thailand. Gene's got a little bit of experience and is sort of, put his foot in the water, dipped his toe in the water of living lifestyle over there. Everything's so freaking expensive here. Overseas is the way to go. Yeah, I think Gene's right about that. David Wen, born and raised. David's Vietnamese, but born and raised in the U.S. And he loves the U.S., but does what does he say? I'll probably be permanent in Vietnam. There's no way you can move ahead in this country. It's one big struggle. And the comments are pretty consistent. And, run, don't walk, fellas. Run, don't walk. Hurry up before all the single men in the United States figure out the secret and Thailand becomes way too overcrowded. And Thailand figures it out and Thailand starts to charge U.S. They already are. They're already starting to raise the rents in Thailand, which is kind of one of the reasons I've found and like Cambodia. I think it's, it's like, it's not going to become as blown out as Bangkok and some of the other cities in Thailand. What else? Cam abroad. So, Cam, like I was saying before, he prefers to live in South America when he's doing remote work that's U.S. based, so that he can deal with the hours. And I would agree. I'm just a huge fan of Southeast Asia. I think for me, the lifestyle in South America is like, it's not, I don't enjoy it that much. I just didn't enjoy life down there. And so for me, I'd rather just stay in the U.S. and be an indentured servant than try to make my life better by moving to South America. I think Southeast Asia is the way to go. And if you can figure it out, that's the thing to do. Sam Proximax, he's in Siem Reap and is so too nice, laid back, enjoying low cost, living with full comfort. I think I'm going to check out Siem Reap. That's in Cambodia. It's got the Angkor Wat, the biggest, oldest temple in the world. That's a city that's been on people's radar lately. A lot of expats are moving to Siem Reap. Timmy Monster, I think he's there as well. Now that I'm over here in Cambodia, I don't think I'll ever be full-time in the States again. Well, I concur. I don't think I don't want to be here for another 5 minutes because I know I'm going to need something, and then 15 minutes later, I'm going to be kicking myself for what it cost me. So those are some of the comments. There's a lot of consistency in the comments that I've been getting, in the conversations I've been having with people here on my trip back to the U.S. And hopefully I can keep this going. After this work event tonight, if this new streaming platform takes off, I may be in a situation where I have to, I'm in some sort of hybrid work scenario where I come back to the States now and then. But for now, I'm super grateful that I have the work that I do and can live a lifestyle that I enjoy. Please drop your comments down below and keep this conversation going. And I am gonna put my suit on here shortly and get ready for this party. See you all in the next video.